Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Today in Web3. This is our week in review. We're going to first start with Monday, May 29th. But please, if you're listening on the podcast, look in the feed. There's going to be more episodes coming out throughout the day and into tomorrow, covering Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and the biggest stories within those days. Also, if you're on YouTube, at the end of the video, there's those little boxes. Click on one of those, and it's going to take you to other episodes for this week's in review. So let's get into Monday's news. If you are in Bali, or if you're going to Bali, Bali issued a warning to all the you tourists out there to don't pay in crypto. They said this: foreign tourists who behave inappropriately, do activities that are not allowed in their visa permit, use crypto as means of payment, and violate other provisions will be dealt with firmly. Basically, they don't want any shenanigans. Bali is kind of a hub for the region. You can get there very quickly from Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia. A lot of people are coming in from Australia. Obviously, you have tourists coming from China, Korea, and so on and so forth. Anyway, all over the place. And they want you to transact in their currency so they can make sure that they're controlling the rails, getting taxes, but also they don't want it to be the hub of drug trafficking, any other illegal activities, and they don't want you paying in crypto to do so. So they're going to take this really seriously. And I promise you, you don't want to be locked up abroad. There is a show called that. I think it's called Locked Up Abroad. Anyway, it just shows you how bad it is to be locked up in general, but also abroad. You don't want to do that, so please follow the laws in these other countries. Speaking of other countries, we see that Huobi is now offering crypto trading to institutional and retail clients. As we remember, Hong Kong is now going to have a regulatory system, so you can apply for registration to be an exchange or a company within Hong Kong. They are trying to make Hong Kong the hub of crypto in the region. Other exchanges that are applying for this license are BTSE, JPEX, OKX. They all said they wanted to apply. Obviously, you're going to see that Binance is going to get in there as well. Wouldn't surprise me if you see Gemini and Coinbase think about it. But I also want to put out some caution. Obviously, I'm a very skeptical kind of person. Look, Beijing and China, they have banned crypto already kind of twice, even more times. 17, 18, they kicked out all the exchanges. They told people you can't deal in crypto. There are still OTCs, so on and so forth. There's still Bitcoin miners there. Just last year, or was it 2 years ago already? Anyway, time's flying. They said, Bitcoin miners, get out of the country. Bitcoin miners fled. A lot of them ended up here in America or the United States. And look, there's no reason that they're going to start welcoming competition to their CBDC or their digital yuan. Here's what I think. I think that they're going to welcome all of these different companies to Hong Kong, try to steal their technology, try to kind of put all of the eggs in one basket. And if they can leverage or push or kind of like, put pressure on these companies to work with the Chinese government to prop up the Chinese yuan, the digital yuan, then they will do that. Or they'll have all these eggs in one basket and then crush them all at once to make sure that the digital yuan is the dominant digital currency within the region, and this hurts the whole market. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that this isn't like a, bait and just not a bait and switch, even a bait and destroy. And because it would be good for the industry to have a place where you can actually do business in cryptocurrency or, build a digital asset business. But I am skeptical. What do you think? Leave a comment below or send me an email, bookings@todayinweb3.com. Also on Monday, we saw that Axios released a Harris poll of the top 100 most reputable companies, and I'm skeptical again, but here they are. The top most reputable company with the best name out there is Patagonia, followed by Costco. Then we have John Deere, Trader Joe's, and Chick-fil-A's at number 5. Apple's number 10, and number 11 is 3M. I don't know about 3M. I can never buy one of those little sticky things that you put on the wall, like those sticky wall anchors that don't fall off after a couple weeks, but hey, fine. Number 11, I would put them down a little further. Who's in the middle of the pack? Well, Delta, Chipotle, Macy's, Tesla's at number 62, AT&T 63, Hobby Lobby 68, and who is the bottom of the barrel? Well, we have Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Balenciaga, because, well, we know what that ad that they put out. Everybody has a little bit of a, what were you thinking kind of thing with Balenciaga. We have Spirit Airlines. That's not a surprise. Meta is not a surprise. Twitter's 97, FTX 99, and the Trump Organization is number 100. Now, I'm a little skeptical of this list. I searched through the list. Well, first they said that they sampled 16,310 Americans from a nationally representative sample conducted from March 13th to the 28th. I don't know what that means. They said that this is all statistics. Good. Okay. However, I searched for different companies because I want to say, hey, okay, there's Delta Airlines at number 58. What about these other airlines? Well, they weren't part of the sample, or they weren't part of this list. So were they even added or included to this 100 companies? It seems as though these were just 100 companies that they put out there and said, hey, rank them 1 to 100. And well, they kind of did, but they don't have their competitors, direct competitors, or any like companies next to them. And so I don't think this is a fair comparison. We can see why FTX is number 99. But I still don't understand why Patagonia is number 1. Love their stuff. The most reputable? Not too sure. And finally on Monday, what happened is that they axed Biden's plan to start taxing Bitcoin mining and crypto mining at 30%. Congressman Warren Davidson said, hashtag debt limit. Here's the bill text. What are your thoughts? Because the bill was going through the House. It has already passed the House and the Senate, and it's going to the president to be signed. So debt limit avoided. Definitely crisis avoided. Pierre Rochard tweeted a reply to Congressman Warren Davidson. I searched through the document. No mention of Bitcoin mining. Does this mean that the tax proposal is gone? Warren Davidson said, yes, one of the victories is blocking proposed taxes. So if you remember that this whole thing was that they want to start taxing Bitcoin mining at 10% and then up it at 10% per year until it hit 30%. People were like, this is unfair. Even RFK Jr. came out and said, look, why are you targeting Bitcoin? Like, video games use as much energy as Bitcoin. You must be watching the show because that is one of my biggest arguments. That's my biggest defense of Bitcoin mining and why you just cherry picking Bitcoin. So this is a win. We averted this, but stay tuned to Wednesday because we're going to talk about Senator Warren's proposed bill that is going to be targeting KYC, AML, digital assets, crypto, moving money around and all kinds of different things, and unhosted wallets. Anyway, if you want to know about more, please click in one of these boxes, or if you're listening on podcast, take a look at your feed. We have more weeks in review. I'll see you in the next episode. Happy hodling.